Talk. This is your boy, Ken Karim.
Yeah, it's your boy Earn B.
Hey, this is your boy Dre Nice.
Yo, this is 20 minutes of talk, news and views. We want to hear from you.
Yo, all I know is one thing and one thing only. Do not get in trouble with domestic violence.
Yo.
No, seriously, bro. Like,
Don't
life,
beat your women.
Not even that, though. It's like, even if it's not your fault, don't let her accidentally say, well, he kind of swung. Like,
Right.
Get away from it all. You let her beat you up, yo. So,
Just walk away, yo.
Yeah,
Just walk
but
away.
this whole time we were thinking like maybe she was crying wolf
right.
because everybody was vindicating her like, oh, this is not true. It's not true.
Right.
It's Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp, man. Like,
Yeah,
Johnny
and
Depp,
meanwhile,
son.
she got fired from a whole bunch of jobs too.
Right.
Because she
right.
got fired from was it?
Hold on. What's her name again? I'm not familiar with her. I know the legendary
Amber Heard.
Okay, I know the legendary.
Yeah,
Johnny
she
Depp.
was in Aquaman.
Okay. Oh, word.
Yeah, she's the redhead. The redhead.
No. Oh, she was dope. Well,
Yeah.
see,
So she got fired from a whole bunch of movies, bro, because of it.
Moral of the story.
stay away from domestic violence, man.
Moral of
But
the
is
story.
it true though? Is it
right,
true?
right. Wait,
It's just it's still allegations.
But
So-
this is the best case of domestic violence because
this is why.
money's
Why
involved.
is it the best?
my man still got paid
And-
full
Yep.
Okay.
payment for a 5-minute scene.
For a 5
Minute.
He
Minute
got paid the whole check.
scene.
The whole check. You can, yeah.
5. Warner Brothers said, bruh. When they said it to him, they probably said, yo, first of all, bring 2 bottles of rum, bring him his favorite weed.
And then we'll
Smoke
fire him.
first.
And then I'll smack some bitches.
And then you see, that's awful. God forgive.
I'm sorry,
God
I'm
forgive
sorry.
Andre,
I'm
man.
sorry,
God,
but
he's
I gotta
married
joke about
with
it.
2 beautiful children. He's talking like this, right? But I'm saying though, like, if anything, they had to let him down gently, with all his money.
With
right?
all his money.
With all his money.
Yeah,
Similar
man.
to when, Denzel didn't get in trouble for no domestic, but they did the movie over American Gangster, and he
Okay.
got paid twice. The first one, they paid him already.
Okay.
Well, you're not getting $20 million back, so let me know when the second one's ready.
Right.
Got another $20 million, basically for one movie,
Yep.
right? So for this guy, he got paid for 5 minutes, even though Warner Brothers said we have to sever ties, bro. We can't bring this into our organization. We can't.
The legendary Johnny Depp.
Even if you didn't do it,
Wow.
we're good.
So now, but do you think it's because this generation now, the era that we live in?
Me too.
Yeah, the Me Too
Absolutely.
movement. it's mainstream now.
Absolutely.
everything is out there now.
Absolutely. Like, put
You
it
know,
this
but
way,
the
though.
domestic violence has been happening for years, for ages, even back then.
no, we're not-
But then
we're-
again, you know, times are changing.
It's never right. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
It's
It's
never
never
right.
right.
It's never right.
We're
But
not saying it's
I
right.
don't condone it.
We
Right.
never say it's right.
Right.
You know, and it's he hasn't been charged.
Right.
Right.
It's just allegations.
Right. But the situation is what?
It's-
Warner
it's
Brothers said,
suspected.
you gotta go.
That's
I think
The
but that's
legendary Johnny Depp, white guy, legendary
Right.
Johnny Depp, white guy. You got to say that nowadays. You got to just say
Right.
it. White, cool, 21 Jump Street.
but the big but here is
Uh-huh.
how you still get paid.
Well,
It's a contract.
it's a contract thing.
But then now
If
he
it's-
might go after them now for
so there's no
violating the
disclaimer
contract.
at the end of the contract saying like, yo,
if you get in trouble for domestic violence,
it's
we
null and
get,
void.
nah, who writes that?
Yeah.
Well,
You never
heard what
know. You
happened
never
to
know.
in-
It might be in there. It might be a clause in there, like if you get in trouble with the law. But then again, I don't
That's
think
true.
he was charged or anything. I
This
think-
ain't the NBA, though.
right.
It's not Gilbert Arenas.
But he wasn't charged. He was just
Well,
the judge
Suspected-
denied his.
I think it's
his-
suspected abuse. Even if it's suspected, they treat you like you're charged.
Right, because she claimed that she filed the paperwork for domestic abuse,
China, guilty till proven
and then-
innocent.
and then he filed a defamation case against her.
Okay.
But then that's how this whole thing started. The judge pretty much
Right.
denied him his defamation case. So did they fire him because of that, or just because the whole thing?
The defamation case. Like,
This is for what? What's the name of the movie coming out?
Fantastic Beasts 3.
Yeah,
Fantastic
Fantastic
Beasts.
Beasts, yeah.
right.
I mean, this is a trilogy, legendary trilogy.
Yes,
The
absolutely.
prequel to Harry Potter, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you know, it's gonna be watched by kids all over the world.
I watched them.
Absolutely. I
They're
watched
really
them
good,
with
bro.
kids.
Those are good movies, bro.
Grown-ups watch
Yo,
this.
yeah.
Come on, man. Bro, we watched
No,
Star Wars. What are you
No,
talking
but the
about?
fact saying that the projected audience is children.
I don't think
Nah,
so.
nah, man,
Well,
no.
Harry
It's not.
Potter-
But it's a good series. Like I
Right.
saw it in the theaters. Both of them.
Absolutely. I seen the
And-
first one in the
yeah,
theaters.
Yeah, it was great.
So-
They're great movies.
So we got Harry Potter. We
Right.
got the
Same lady.
Same
lady.
Same person. You know.
Same
and-
writer, excuse me. Same writer.
right.
And we have we also have Johnny Depp. The Johnny Depp Disney Pirates of the Caribbean. How many franchises you got?
Three of them.
Three,
Four movies, right?
4 movies. You know
Yeah,
what I
but
mean?
that was Disney though. That wasn't Warner
But
Brothers.
still, you
Yeah,
think they're
that-
not friends? You know they're not calling each other. Yo, Diz,
I need
you heard what
another
I had to,
movie.
you heard what I had to do. To
Pirates
Jay
7.
Depp, though, bro.
Pirates 7.
Right.
Seven.
I'll help you write it. Like, can you imagine Johnny Depp talking about, yeah, I'll write. Like, come on, Johnny, chill. I'll write it. Like, and we got to give you half. Instead of your regular
And-
20,
yes.
25, you're probably going to get 10.
But then at the same time, they replaced him right away.
They replaced him right away.
Quick,
Quick,
Max
seconds.
Michelson, whatever his name
Right.
is.
Hold on.
But he's a good actor though.
He's awesome.
Yeah, he's a
He's
great
not
actor.
Johnny Depp,
He's not Johnny Depp.
period.
But
So we're just gonna see how he's gonna bring
Mads-
his.
Mads
let's take
Mikkelsen.
this into consideration.
Uh-huh.
The movie hasn't come out yet.
Right.
How's it going to affect sales? Who's going? Do we still have the same fan base? Are they still going to make the same numbers as if Johnny Depp was in it?
They might have to refilm it because they already filmed the first 5 minutes of the movie with Johnny Depp.
Right.
So they might have to like
Yeah, pushback.
push back.
Or CGI.
yeah, but
know.
then right now,
But I don't think they
know?
want him in there at all.
But if you do it for the first 5 minutes, right? Don't get me wrong, they got the money to do it over. They're not
Right.
gonna cry wolf, you know. But if they have to do what they have to do, keep them in there for some odd reason. Like, oh my God, it's really Mad Mikkelsen under the
Right.
the other face or whatever,
Right.
like they did in part 1. You know what I mean? So they did it before. It's not hard. So
But moral of the story is,
Yeah, but
stay away from domestic
But
violence.
just remember,
man.
we-
be like Bow Wow. Get smacked around and be like, you see, I didn't touch her, yo. I see me. Look at me. Like I didn't touch her. Like you
moral
know.
of the story: stay away from domestic violence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, just walk away. You know what I mean, hit us up. Let us know how you feel.
Yeah.
Yo, this is 20 Talk.
we'll be right back.
Ah, the grimy. Back, we're
We are
back.
back.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Grimy. I love that song.
Yo, that
Makes sense though.
It does.
Yeah,
Makes
that-
absolute sense.
That Johnny Depp thing situation is real tough, man.
Yeah, man. But you know what's tougher is that I'm not getting a check for feeling sorry for him, so I'm good now.
None of us is getting a check.
Right? He got his $20 million or whatever. He's
probably
good.
good. He's good.
He's
He's
good.
good.
Johnny was going through it for a little minute financially. Shockingly, he had like $10 million paintings. Like, sell one of them. Get back to it.
Shoes. He could pay for his kids for school for the next million years.
Right. So
I wonder if they got remote learning going on.
Yeah.
right.
That's our
Speaking
next
of
topic.
remote learning,
Speaking of remote learning,
Dre, how
I'm
you?
a master at this remote learning
You're
right
not
now.
a master at this.
It's
This is-
annoying.
he's
it
like-
feels like year 8 though.
Dude, it's shout out to all the teachers out there. You know, they're working.
shout out to all the hot teachers out there.
Come on, man.
They're
Why-
working
why-
9 to 5, bro.
Right.
Like, probably more. 'Cause they're putting in overtime
Right.
because they got to wake up early, do the lesson plans, everything. They're working a lot more now.
Yeah.
Today,
You know, I'm not saying that they weren't working before, but now it's more work now
Yeah. It's more intense.
because now they probably have their kids at home
Absolutely.
in the background while they have to teach
Absolutely.
the lesson on the computer.
Unless you're a young 25-year-old teacher who's
And
like, I'm
it's
good.
a struggle right now because my kids, my oldest, he's having a hard time with it.
Really?
Having a hard
So
time.
what's the problem? What's
His
the
problem
situation?
is it's not engaging to him. He's not like
You take his phone away, of course.
I do. I take his phone, I take his games away, and it doesn't work. I
Wow.
put him punishment, and he's anything that he could do to get away from the screen, he would do.
if he had a top, he'll
He said,
spin
"I got
it
a
all day."
headache. I got a headache. Oh, Dad, I can't. My eyes hurt. Or I got to use the bathroom. He's constantly in the bathroom, bro. I think he has a bladder problem or something.
Me and Caribbean AK laughed at the same time. Like, wait, what?
Dude, yeah, man.
Son, it's yeah, man. Early puberty, bro.
Early
Yeah,
puberty?
Well, like today, I had to go to work early, so I sent Karim.
And you went to get the.
He went to go get the
I-
materials that I needed for
the beautiful
for
single
for
guy
winter.
went up in there like-
I had my first foster
Two
dad
different
appearance
schools,
today.
yes.
Right.
Foster dad appearance. Show up to the school. You know what I
One of the
mean?
ladies said, "Hey, beautiful, who's your kids?" Right?
Yo, I went up in there and they were like, I was
must
like,
have the same hair.
Who's your child? I was like, no, I said, I'm here to pick up supplies for the winter recess. What is it?
Yeah, no, for Thanksgiving recess.
Oh, Thanksgiving
okay,
recess.
Thanksgiving.
And they was like, oh, okay. I was like, yeah, I don't want to blow up the spot, but I was like, yeah, I'm here for so and so. And they're like, oh, okay. And then he's like, oh, how's he doing? I was like, I didn't know what to say. I was like, yeah. I said, oh, he's doing good. He's home. He got a little COVID weight going on. I was like, yo. I was there.
This
and
is
she-
not his
man.
kids, ladies and gentlemen. This is
Yeah.
not his children at
Shout
all.
out to him though. He came in through the
Yeah.
club.
And his father's on my right, by the way, but he has to laugh because it's hilarious.
Yeah, and I was like, he put a little COVID weight going on. You know, he's being him. He's doing the best he can. You know what I mean? I'm talking about it was the most general answers I could think of. You know,
Wow.
yeah, because I was just there for one reason.
Just
Right.
to pick up the material.
I was the UPS guy, bro.
The
I
UPS
was just
guy.
picking up and dropping off, bro.
the messenger.
The messenger. And the teachers started going in on me with the questions.
Uh-huh.
And then, they gave him, I was like, this is crazy. They gave him books with headphones, bro.
Wow.
He don't even got to read. He just got to listen to it.
Oh, man. He's going to fall asleep.
He don't even got to read. He just got to listen to the book,
He's going
bro.
to fall asleep.
And you know what? I think that's gonna work more than freaking reading a book.
Listen, they gave him a Connect set. Like, he gets to build a freaking car, bro. Teacher said,
I think it's for science.
He said,
Oh, okay.
don't let him open that yet. We're going to let him know when to open that. And then
The game of art set.
they gave him like an art set, son. I was wanting to keep it for myself.
129 piece set.
130 piece art set, pastels, markers, crayons.
Each kid.
Each kid.
Each kid.
Each kid.
Like, I think I'm about to draw this. I'm about to
Shout
do
out to
that.
Success Academy, bro.
Success
That's
Academy?
where they go.
Yo,
Success Academy.
last but not least,
Uh-huh.
they said,
What size T-shirt he
what
wear?
size T-shirt does he wear? I said, T-shirt?
Why
I
he needs
said-
a T-shirt for?
Yo, I said, he wears a 3X. Yeah, I was like,
He said he wears a
yeah,
No,
I said,
I think they showed him the shirt. He's like, I think that's too small. I think I need the
I
next
said,
size
no,
up.
I wanted a shirt for myself. I said, I'm about to get this shirt for myself. Bro.
What about the helpers, the people who strive? Can I get a shirt too?
Yeah, I'm like, what does he need the? How does the
What does he need the T-shirt for?
No,
Is
it's
it just regular?
No, what they do is since he's in middle school, they separate all the kids into groups.
Oh,
so
by
it's,
the
so it's
T-shirt.
almost like Harry Potter, like Hogwarts.
Right.
So they all battle between. So they got the Sapphire group,
the Ruby
Right.
group,
Ruby
Diamond
Diamond.
group? You know.
Okay.
So they all compete with each other to whoever gets the highest scores. But then usually whoever wins the like, I guess it's like a tournament to whoever get the most points under
Right.
tests
Right.
overall.
Right.
They will get like a pizza party or something like that. But
Okay.
there ain't no pizza party because they're
I was
not
about
even
to
in
so
school.
a virtual pizza party,
Virtual
knock on your
slice, bro.
door. Virtual
Could you
slice.
imagine the school send DoorDash to all the students' house? Like,
Dude,
yeah.
no, when I got his, when they sent me his new Chromebook, they came to the house to deliver it.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Every kid's house.
Unbelievable.
They said they set up the appointment, what time you're gonna be there. They knock on your door. You give them the old one. They give you the new one in the box, sealed.
I saw this 10 years ago, and it said that it's going to be kids are going to be on computers anyway. Like, and we
Dude.
didn't think we was like, how that's going to
Son,
happen. Like,
Listen,
everybody
bring back
on
the
computers?
book bags with the big ass books, bro. They need to be. They need to have
They
their
need to be
textbooks
held
with-
down.
Yes, bro.
Yeah.
I understand it's hard for them. You know, they're kids. You know, like they're not used to being on the screen for like 7-8 hours a day.
No.
But that's
You know?
but they got. It's,
No,
I
not
feel
at
it's something
all.
that they're gonna get used. We have to all get used to it.
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You-
but-
you-
yeah,
but
just-
hold on. But let me, before you cut, your phone has a timer now, screen time,
Okay.
and I bet you if you set your screen time,
Mm.
it'll let you know how much time you've been on your phone all week.
Oh,
And I
yeah,
get- and I-
yeah,
and I
Oh yeah,
get-
yeah, of course. I
That's
check.
so-
so-
Mine tells me all the time.
How much?
Right.
What's your average?
My average is
A lot.
Yeah, a lot.
Actually, nah. Well, let me see right now.
I average, I think, 8 hours a week. Sometimes 12.
Yeah, 8 hours a week.
8 hours.
Eight
a week.
hours and 10 minutes. I think that's low. That's a
low.
low
I'm
number.
just about to say, yeah, that's low.
Okay,
That's
but,
real low.
I
Okay,
thought
but
you
for
were
a
gonna
kid,
Uh-huh.
I mean, you got triple that, double that.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I mean,
quadruple that, bro.
Yeah.
That's 8. Hold on. Quadruple. That's 8 times 5, bro, or 7 times 5.
Yeah.
That's 35 hours of that only.
Right.
And then they're like, I'm so tired. I'm going to go
Yeah,
on
but-
my
but
phone
it-
and go
but-
surf the web.
I'm gonna go.
I'm
on
so
so
tired. I'm
remember,
gonna do
it
that
breaks
now.
it down into like social media.
Yeah, yeah,
Right,
yeah,
right,
You know,
right.
Like there is more gaming than social because they don't have social media.
No.
Oh, okay.
But
You know?
but I
That's
mean,
true.
but their way of life is their phone and their computer.
Right.
Dude, nowadays I can't remember nobody's phone number from the top of my head.
Yo,
No.
don't get locked up, bro, because that's it. You can't,
I'd be like, I need my phone.
You ain't gonna have
I need my
nobody to
phone.
call, son. Yeah.
You ain't going to have nobody.
Yeah,
to
but-
call.
but
You
yeah,
don't
they-
remember
Yeah,
the numbers?
Yeah, you can't remember numbers,
Yeah,
bro.
no,
That's
but,
it.
but getting back
Wow.
to remote learning, man, it's tough right now, especially now, like with Success Academy, which I don't blame them, but then at the same time, they were supposed to go back in January for in-class session.
Right.
Now, we just got an email saying that they're extending it till spring break.
Next year?
Yes, remote learning till spring break.
March, right? Was that
Yeah,
late?
the spring break is March 16th.
That's horrible for
Dude.
you guys.
I don't know, like, and then it's going to be tough now because I'm not the only parent in that situation where I have to work. I'm an essential worker, so I have to
Right.
go to work.
Right.
My wife is going to school to be an essential worker, to be a nurse.
Right.
And then she has the clinicals. So now, but I told my wife, I'm like, we're not the only parents in the same boat.
No.
No,
We're all in it
no.
together because now, starting January, that's when everybody gets their new freshest personal days,
Right.
sick time,
Right,
vacation
everything.
time. So now everybody's gonna have to
Accrued
start scrambling,
time starts
exactly.
all over again, right?
To start taking days off to be home.
Jeez.
And a lot of parents are just one parent. It's not two.
Right, right.
That's tough. And you
One
got to
of my
rely
favorite-
on other people to come in
Yeah.
and be there with the kids.
One of my favorite people.
So what do you wanna do?
She's a solo parent though, so she by herself with 2 kids. So.
What's your ideal situation when January comes?
To be honest, I don't know because right now we got the increase in cases, and the reason why they're not in school is because they utilize Board of Ed buildings. So because the Board of Ed is shut down, they can't even have access to the buildings.
We talk on NYC, ladies and gentlemen. NYC, DOE.
Yo, it don't matter. It could be ABC. It could be EGE, AKG. Yo, listen.
Yes.
Parents, I'm proud of you.
You guys are doing a great job out there, man.
My
It's
God,
tough, but
man. Except for that one Asian lady who was naked when
her
she just didn't notice that her daughter was at school at 8 o'clock.
Oh,
Yeah.
she walked by naked.
And she walked by naked. We're not proud of you, Mama.
Yeah.
All right, Mei-Ling? Golly,
Yeah, so
man.
it's-
Listen,
shout out to everybody out there. Like,
yeah, man.
we're in some tough times, but you know what? We're getting it done. It's all about unity right now. Hopefully, like,
yeah. And
the people are reaching out to each other and listen,
And
like,
we're doing it for the kids. You guys gotta remember, this is
Yeah.
all for
yeah,
the kids.
This is their generation.
This is their
like-
generation. I mean, we owe them that much. I mean,
Good luck.
My first foster dad experience today. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but then he had to go to the other school.
I had to, yo,
Oh, what happened to the other school?
The other school, he felt
Yeah.
he felt like my little one got gypped.
he got gypped, bro.
He only got like
T-shirt?
two
Yeah,
items.
Yeah, he got.
Where's the T-shirt?
He didn't get no T-shirt.
Wow.
I mean,
He just got a pencil pack.
He got a pencil
and a
pack
marble notebook.
and some headphones, bro. And I'm like, yo, wait, what's the rest of it? Like, you know what I mean?
Pure nonsense.
Pure nonsense.
Pure nonsense.
Bro.
Like, you- not a red T-shirt?
Like, yo, I guess not everybody could afford it, but I feel like, like it's the same company, same school. You know what I mean? Like,
The same situation.
Same
Yeah,
situation.
we didn't have this
Right.
growing up.
Yo,
we went
we-
to school.
we went to public
we had to
s- yeah.
carry our books.
Yes.
Bring back the books, bro.
Bring back the
Bring
remember
back
that?
the books. Hashtag bring back
Yo,
books.
well, we can't give you a grade if you don't bring back that ugly ass
Yeah,
math
I
book.
mean-
Where's that ugly ass math book at? Come on.
The
They
history
wouldn't
book.
release your grades.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Even if
no.
it-
Seriously.
Yeah. Back then, they wouldn't release your grades until you bring back your books.
I ain't gonna lie, yo. I did that to one of my friends. Right?
But
I
you
lost
dead
my
on this
math
book.
book. 7th grade, I lost my math book, bro. Lost it. I don't even know how I lost a math book throughout the whole year. I saw him. I ain't gonna lie. I just knew he wasn't caring about school moving forward in life. I felt it.
Did you ever think about it
And,
now?
and
like,
I was right. No, trust
did
me,
he,
I
did
was
he
right.
ever get his diploma?
Trust me, I was right. No, at all, right? Took the name.
Scratch it off.
Scratch, because my mom's going to kill me because she's Haitian. Scratch. Boom. Here's my book.
Here's your book.
Yo, he said, yo, Ern, you see my book? I was like,
Nah, bro.
the
Yo,
great news is he
man.
had to go to another school the next year, so I was blessed, I think.
Oh man.
But it
The
is what it is,
parents
yeah.
wasn't paying for that.
Nah,
Yeah.
they wasn't. Like, they would be like, yo, fam, where's the book? Where did you possibly book a big red math book? You know what I mean? This is Long Island, right? So the book is just red. It's red. It's ugly.
Yeah.
It's old. It's probably like 8 years old. I don't know if they change it. They're supposed to change it every 2 years. You know what I mean? So who knows at this point, right? But where did you lose the book at? Where?
My
Under
question-
your bed? Like, where's the book, right?
But, yo,
Everybody
what
got
hap-
monsters
okay,
in their
hold
home,
on,
bro.
hold on.
That's how socks go missing.
Socks.
Underwears go missing.
Right.
Sneakers.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
what the book
Dog
was.
ate my
I never
homework.
lost no sneakers.
The dog ate my homework.
Right.
Dog
Can't-
get me.
how about this? Can't find your gym clothes on gym day.
Oh, no. That's happened. That's happened.
The zero.
Yeah,
You're sitting on the
That's
bleachers.
happened.
Sitting on the bleachers, no gym clothes.
My
Yeah,
God,
but we
yo.
had like issued school uniforms.
For
Oh, you
gym.
did?
For
Yeah,
gym.
we did.
Oh,
yeah.
no, I didn't
It
have
had
that.
like the big ass PE logo in the front. Far Rockaway
Really?
High School.
Like those movies?
Yep, and we had like the shorts.
Climb that rope.
We had blue shorts, bro.
Blue short- yo,
but they were
man.
comfortable.
Really?
They
Yeah.
were comfortable, bro.
Oh, wow.
Yo, this is 20 talk. We
Yeah.
running out of time, but we're gonna keep
Shout
it
out
going
to all
though.
the teachers, bro.
Look, man. Again, shout out to the teachers.
Keep it up. Keep up
Shout
the good
out
work.
Shout out to
Parents.
the king over here AK the King. He came
AKA
through.
Foster Dad.
Foster Dad.
He came through. He kind of said a little too much about the COVID weight, but that just means he cares, yo.
Yo.
Shout out to Lil Big Papa.
We'll be
man.
right back. We're
We're back. We're back.
So
Love it when you call me Big Papa. I love that song.
yeah.
I love that song. It's oh, congratulations to Biggie Smalls.
Oh,
You know,
yes.
R.I.P. but Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame.
Music Hall of Fame. Whitney Houston.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean they should have
About
done
time.
it like
A long
10
time
years
ago,
ago, but
yeah.
yeah. Whitney Houston, I'm not gonna do it. It is what it is.
Tupac's in the Hall of Fame or no?
Yeah. Who knows? Usher got into the Hall of Fame so late. I was over here like when he just got in. This was like I think 6-7 years ago. But
Okay.
I was like, oh, he just got in? Oh wow. None of my
Usher?
business at this point. Yeah. Usher's a G.
This is my confession.
Oh, come on, man. Did you just move your hips like that just now? Yeah. He said this. It was my, yeah.
Yo, but
Anyway.
but music.
I gotta unsee that
I
now.
must say, there's music that I really like.
Okay.
Yo, the music for The Mandalorian.
Ah.
Yo, that
Doom,
music.
doom, doom, doom,
That
doom, doom,
music
doom, doom,
pulls
doom.
you in like,
Yeah.
yo,
Yeah.
yo, that music is
Absolutely.
like, yo, they took the good, the bad, the ugly.
Uh-huh.
They took some of your best westerns
Absolutely.
and they threw it into Star Wars.
Absolutely.
And when I say like,
That's genius, by the way.
yo, genius.
I didn't think about that till you said it.
No, yeah. So they made it to a gangster western.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So that's why you have those kind of you hear the twing, like, you hear that music.
Right.
You know, and the music is kind of makes the show.
Yeah.
You know, season 2, episode 2. Yo, talk about it.
Yo,
Let's
all
do
I
it.
know is, well, first and foremost,
It was very slow, though.
But here's the thing, not the whole thing. In the beginning, what, a minute and a half into it, I was like, yes, let's go. So you're gonna see the action, right? But that's like in every series for the
course,
most
right.
part. You know, me and AK over here, me and Prince Kareem, King Kareem, we said, yo, you know what? This dude's never taken off his mask, by the way.
Never.
It might be like
No.
season 8. He says,
Well,
all right, I need a breather.
But then it goes back to the contract now with the character.
Right.
You know, he wants to take it off.
Right.
But Disney's like, no, you got to keep it on.
Right. So it is what
You
it
know?
is,
So
right?
it's all about the writers. The writer said, not yet.
I don't know why, but they have something behind it. But that's cool, right?
Yeah.
But now they started off fast, like a minute into it, like
Right.
fight scene, and then
Gangsta.
it stopped for like a power 18, 19 minutes. I was over here like,
Oh, my
don't
God.
do this. This is 30. What was it? Was it
40
40 minutes?
minutes
Yeah, 40
show.
minutes, yeah.
40 minutes, right? I mean, and I get it, but there's a point like you need episode fillers.
Yes.
There's a point you got to say, look, episodes last year, I think pretty much 7, 8, 9, or 6, 7, 8 or whatever was off the chain.
Yeah.
It was just like, yo, I don't think he's gonna make it,
Right.
even though he's the lead character.
Right.
But no, I think he's gonna die in this one, right? But no, he finds a way to survive, right? This episode was kind of slow, but damn, what happened, Dre? What happened?
Hold on, wait. Let's
Uh-huh.
talk about Dre a little bit. Dre,
Okay.
So Dre, let's give you a little background story on my boy Dre.
I hate Star Wars.
Yeah. So
I almost swung
Yeah.
at him, father. I almost swung.
but he
I do like Mandalorian, though.
Yes. How? That's the question.
Yo, Star Wars, I'm sorry, people are going to hate me, but it's trash, bro. It's trash.
Hold on.
I hated watching them, bro.
Don't worry, guys.
I was never a fan growing up watching it.
Yo,
Funny
even
Talk
now.
fans, I'm not gonna swing. So be cool. So you don't like Star Wars. What do you like? What kind of shows overall, or movies like that, or movies do you like overall? If you don't like Star Wars at all,
I do like sci-fi, but it just
what? Okay, give me a sci-fi. That you
it's
be like
maybe
you love.
because I watched them too late in life.
Okay.
Like I didn't
And
watch.
he's-
You know,
he- yeah.
and,
Make him better. It's
to me,
better.
No, I think that the acting is horrible. The acting is trash.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Like the last 3
Don't
movies
ever go to
were
California. Don't ever go to Hollywood. They'll smack
I didn't
fire
think
out
Rogue
you.
One. I didn't think that was a decent movie.
Rogue One was the best
Nah,
one. Was one of the best
Dude,
ones.
that's just me, bro. That's just
Listen,
me.
all right. So
Wow,
background story on Dre
unbelievable.
Nice. You know, 2019 he was home.
It's like I don't know you anymore.
2019 he was home. I said, "What are you
Uh-huh.
doing?" He said, "Oh, nothing." I said, "Yo," he asked me what I'm doing. I said, I'm watching Rogue One." He's like, "Rogue One? You watch that trash?" My man said,
Wow.
I said, "Yo," I told Dre, "Yo, give it a chance.
Right.
I
You
did.
know, you know what kind of chance he gave it? He
What?
gave it a chance that he watched all 9 movies.
I watched it all at once, bro, back to back.
And he still thought. I was like, "How
Wait
you
a
watch?
minute. How you strong enough to do that and you find it?
Dude, it was brutal, bro. To me, it was torture. It was torture watching it.
Anyway,
It was torture.
Hold on,
this-
hold on. So episode 1, 2, episode 1, or even episode 1 and 3.
I saw
was
all of
torture.
them. I saw them all of them.
And you said that was
Straight-
torture. Those episodes.
To me, it was like the acting was horrible. Yes, but back then for its prime,
Yo,
it was
Liam
amazing.
Neeson?
Back then for its
if
prime,
you get taken,
dude,
your ass
I'm
is gonna
telling
get
you.
taken.
I'm
Liam
telling
Neeson,
you.
you heard him?
I'm swinging at nerds, bro. I don't care.
yo,
He said,
so,
"Listen to me. I'm gonna leave him
No,
under the
but
bed."
I'm saying, like, yes, I do respect that the fact back in the when was it 70s?
78.
70s,
From
yes, it was
70s
like
to
the best
now.
thing that came out in its prime. I'm watching it like 50, 40 years later.
But this, yeah,
I can
you
get
know,
that part.
And
but
to me, like visually, it's not pleasing.
I could get that part.
And to me, like the acting was horrible.
You're a grown man.
You know, but back then it was like $1 million thing.
I saw it. You saw it when you was a kid. Of
course.
When they came out.
I could never see it.
So I'm
I
9
hated
years
Star
old, 8
Wars.
years old, 10 years old. I'm loving this stuff. I'm like, yo, his bike is flying. So I get what you're saying because you're like,
That wasn't me, bro. I'd rather
that-
watch Ninja
okay.
Turtles.
that was a green screen, bro. Like,
You know?
I get
yo,
it.
he's saying like, oh, you know, special effects is trash. I'm like, yo, it was 1970.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that's what I said.
It's
Back then, it's in its
1970.
prime.
first one was
Everyone loved
78,
it.
yeah.
All right,
It was
so-
revolutionary.
So,
Yeah.
but
But Mandalorian is a whole different thing. They're a different ball game.
But
Yeah.
what about the other stores that came out? 5, 6,
I
and
feel
7.
like the Mandalorian story. It has content. It has it ties everything together. But and then again, I haven't watched the cartoons either. The whatever you guys watch.
he hasn't
Oh,
watched-
you've never watched?
I never watched those.
Okay, well, you're missing a lot.
Like I said,
Right. You're missing
like I
out.
said, so this is coming from a rookie Star Wars.
And I hate Star Trek, bro. Star Trek and Star Wars
No,
was
no.
the two things that
Yeah.
like.
I didn't like Star
Can't
Trek.
do that shit.
I'm cool with that. The only part that I loved throughout the whole Star Treks, well, except for the last 2 that came out, I love those. Those
The
were cool with
movies.
me.
The movie was good. Star Trek
Yeah.
movie was good.
The last,
movies,
the
yeah.
last one is we grew up. The sci-fi CGI is gonna be better, so it is what it is, right?
Right.
But the only thing that I like in Star Trek is when Spock took that hand and made that dude go to sleep on the radio on the bus, and I was like, "This movie's awesome." And after that, I was good with
Right.
Star Trek. But Star Wars was amazing, man. Like,
So
but
Dre,
Wow.
Dre's pulled in just to the Mandalorian.
so the Mandalorian, right? So you were good with episode 2?
It was a little slow for me. Like,
Okay.
yes, it did start with action, then it got slowed, and then you see where it was heading, then you kind of understood everything that's going on.
Right.
You know, and then on top of that, the frog lady was funny.
The frog
And then
lady.
when Baby Yoda was eating the eggs.
Yeah. Like he was eating her family tree.
Yeah.
Like, yo,
this is
stop
like
eating
you
the
have
family
to
tree.
you're a man of your word. You have to send me to my planet,
Right.
So I could
When they crash.
these eggs could hatch.
Spoiler alert, my bad if you're gonna watch it, but it is what it is at this
Yeah.
point. Yeah. You know, so all I know is it went to slow, and then the final
0 to 100?
6 minutes was just
Yes.
like,
0
how
to
are you
100.
going to escape? You have nobody, you have nothing, you have no friends, your radio is down, you have
Yes, nothing.
bro.
I was like, how is he gonna get out of this one? He's stuck in the middle of a cliff.
And then the
You know.
Republic said, "Mother, you lucky. I heard what you did for our peoples back in
Yeah,
the
back
day.
in the
Like,
days.
wow, because that's luck, bro.
Yeah.
That's
that's like getting pulled over by the police, but then
He'd
you
be
know
like,
the
"Oh, I
police.
know who you
right,
are."
right. Like Earn
You get a
from
pass.
20 Talk.
Shit,
I heard this show last.
yo, you good? You
I mean,
don't
you're
got
like,
yeah.
you're like, oh, you hate Star Wars? I'm gonna give you a ticket right now.
right. No, the other guy hated Star Wars, but you was doing 150.
Be like, yo, you Dre
Yeah.
nice? Oh, take
I
it.
gotta give you a
Take it.
ticket
I
at least
gotta
for a
give you a
seatbelt.
ticket.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I
He's
like
probably
you.
gonna buzz my tail like, you don't like Star Wars?
Man, but that whole but you said, Karim, you said there was a part where that you noticed that it felt like they're taking bits and bits of
Yeah, so
movies.
Star Wars is full of Easter eggs. You know what I mean?
What are Easter eggs, by the way?
Easter eggs are basically like hidden references to other things.
Okay.
Yes.
So, you know, and the Mandalorian definitely has its fill of those.
Okay.
And
A great example of that was when they were asking, "Oh, this is the New Republic." When
Yeah.
when they had to fight it just
yeah,
next to
when
him.
the X-wings popped up, whoa.
Well,
okay.
where's your beacon? Your beacon's not on.
Yeah, so,
Right,
like,
right.
yeah.
We need to know who you are.
Right.
If you
right,
didn't watch Star Wars, you wouldn't know.
right.
Because everyone
yeah.
thinks like, okay, you know, the
It's
Old
not an-
Republic,
yeah.
you know, the New Republic is not, because they haven't really mentioned it this whole time. You know?
No.
Right. That is all over
So-
with
Right.
the.
It's all over. The war's over.
Yeah,
and then-
right. It's just this is new.
Right.
Everything is new. New Yoda, new Mandalorian. Well, they're hiding some
Right.
of them or whatever the case may be. But right. So either way. So But you said else did you notice with the Easter eggs?
They do like they like Andreas we speaking about off the air. Like we said that how like the spiders, that they were they made reference to another movie, Prometheus.
Yes.
You know what I mean,
Right.
That's the first thing that came to my mind when they had
Right.
the egg scenes all over the snow.
Absolutely.
So
Prometheus.
So when it's things like that, like it's like them giving
no more.
them giving props to other movies, them giving props to other shows.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that was great. Like, you know what I mean? And then it also it also gives props to like the older movies from Big Monsters and stuff like that.
Yes.
Like,
Right.
oh damn, that remind me of when this happened in episode 3. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
So that's what kind of Easter eggs, and that's what we kind of expect. And like, so like as someone who doesn't know Star Wars wouldn't be able to pinpoint those things and make reference to like, oh shit, that's where that's from.
Right.
You know?
Right.
But you notice that in the last few episodes, they've been fighting big monsters.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Like every episode has like he has him fighting like a boss, like a big
right,
boss
like
battle.
a big boss at the end. So you know where it's leading to. I mean, in due time, we're gonna see. I forgot his name, man. The character that had the black blade, the black blade.
Yes, the guys in the distance.
So they're
I think-
Esposito.
Yeah,
character.
okay, he's still alive. But then
Yeah,
they had
absolutely.
the other character in the last episode where he was off in the distance when he killed the animal.
Oh, right.
And I think that guy really is a Mandalorian. That's
You
what I
think
think.
so?
Because he's out in the distance. Remember, they said that there was one there.
Yeah.
But they just found the gear.
But why would he lie though?
No, but they never actually found the guy. He just said, "I found the gear."
I found the gear.
But
I
what I'm
traded
saying,
it
but-
with those little.
But why would he lie about being not being a Mandalorian? Why?
Yeah, but he didn't lie. But then we don't know who that guy is.
That's what I'm saying. But
where he went.
But
Right,
I'm thinking
you
maybe
think he is.
I think he is because he saw him from a distance leaving. So so I don't know. Maybe he's watching over the horizon, looking at what's going on in town.
Oh, okay. I get you. I got it.
Because he's looking for other Mandalorians now because he needs help
Right.
to take Baby Yoda to wherever he has to
wherever he has to go.
go. We don't even
still
know because I don't think they ever mentioned
Right.
in the all the movies what kind of creature he is.
No.
They just call him Yoda,
Right.
They call him the child.
the child. Yeah,
No,
but-
they don't even
Yeah.
call him Yoda.
Yeah, they call him
no,
the
but
child.
his name is
yeah.
Yoda. His name in the old movies, Yoda is Yoda.
Yoda
That's
is
it.
Yoda.
But
Yeah.
we don't
But
know
they
what
don't know
they
what
don't
it-
call
we don't know
Yoda.
what-
Right.
We don't know what Yoda is, what his creature species is.
Specifically, right.
They never mentioned his name.
Right.
The Ewoks and all the other stuff.
Yeah.
It's true. You're right.
Yeah.
I just noticed that.
See?
See?
I
This
pay
little
attention,
cute-
bro. I pay
Yeah,
attention.
this little cute thing. The lady said, I was so worried about this little thing. You
But I also like the bond between him and Baby Yoda. You know, like
don't got no choice. He's raising a kid.
Yeah, but it's like father son. You
Yeah.
see, he always Baby Yoda always goes to him for protection. you know,
Yeah,
like-
yeah.
My
you know.
question is what changed his heart? What changed him from being the bounty hunter? Like, yo, I can't actually. You know what? Let's go. I gotta keep this one.
Oh, the whole situation. How he was? Remember, they killed his family.
Yeah.
So the Mandalorians, they found him and they
And
raised
they
him.
raised
They
him.
raised him.
He
Yeah.
said,
So he
"Shoot,
thought back to that.
Yeah.
right? How would I just say, you know what, kid?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Throw
Right,
the
but
kid
that's
away. Let
right.
him get. They was about to dissect him, bro.
Yeah. So he's like, he can't let that happen. You know.
Yeah.
And
He was
so
like,
at the
hell
same time,
no.
even though he's protecting him now, like
Yeah.
it's like almost like a father who hates his kid, but he kind of loves him in a
Right.
in a mysterious way.
Right. It's just like, nah. Like, basically, whatever had happened to me, I got saved. I can save somebody too at
Right.
the end of the day.
And then
So,
I guess he realizes this kid is important.
yeah.
It has to be because I'm pretty sure if it was like a kid that had no meaning to the
Yeah.
universe or anything, he
Well-
probably just wouldn't care.
Right. Right.
But since everyone's after him,
bro,
so it's gonna get crazy. It's gonna get
crazy, bro. In the first season, Yoda stopped that big bull from
Yeah,
killing him
dude.
for real.
Yeah.
He
know
just
he's
passed,
important.
Baby
and then he
Yoda.
just went and just passed out.
He said, "This is heavy." It's
Yep,
like,
nighttime, nap time.
he dropped. But that's so. Remember, Yoda, the original Yoda, he lived for 5,000
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
But,
It was hard.
but wasn't in the old Star Wars? I forgot which movie it was. Wasn't Yoda back in his planet? But there was like he was the only one there.
No, he went to hide.
Yeah, he was
and-
done.
Okay, so that wasn't where he was from.
Right, we don't know where- he just went
yeah,
somewhere.
Luke went.
To find him.
Obi-Wan told him to go find Yoda.
And he found him.
Yeah, and
Right.
Obi. Yeah,
But then
so-
he disappeared into the trees.
Yeah, he
Oh,
died. No,
I
that
am
was
one
him.
with
That,
the
yeah,
Force.
yeah,
Right,
yeah, that was him.
right.
That was his death episode.
Like
So,
they
yeah.
all do, right?
Yeah.
Right, right.
So
The Force is with you.
so
yo,
me-
yo, pass the blanket.
the real got me in. We mentioned last week. season, still season 2.
Season 2, right?
And we talked about we haven't seen a Jedi yet.
I need to see a Jedi by now, though, man.
And
maybe that guy that was there, maybe he's a Jedi.
Who?
We don't know. The guy that we saw in the distance.
Oh, this is
Yeah, we don't know who he is.
We don't know what's going on with that yet.
He's an important character. They have to show him.
Absolutely, you gotta wait. We gotta wait. But we have to see a Jedi, though. Think about it.
There's talks about Rosario Dawson being Ahsoka.
Oh, man,
you want to know who
yeah.
Ahsoka is because she's not in none of the movies.
Yeah, I never watched the cartoon.
right.
So,
I know she's in the cartoon.
Yeah, you gotta
Right.
know. So you gotta watch the cartoons to know who
Yeah,
Ahsoka.
but it's too many seasons, bro. I don't feel like.
No, it will pull you in.
Oh no, the cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
first of all, it's not like is it an hour?
No, 30-minute quick
No,
watch.
you're good. It's a quick watch.
Well, yeah, but it's like what 12 seasons?
No, 4 seasons.
No, 4 seasons.
5
Four,
seasons.
4, 5.
I'll give it a
It's
shot.
good, bro.
It's
give it
good,
a
and then
Right.
so basically the cartoon kind of takes place
After, right?
No, it
Or
takes
before?
place between episode 2 and 3.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So and remember there's a lot of mini stories going on, and luckily the cartoon gives because this shit going on and we don't know where they at. Like, oh damn, what he disappeared to? Like, yo, so he's all fighting a battle in another galaxy. The cartoon helped reference that shit and all that stuff.
Right.
So we talked about they said that Rosario Dawson might be the next star in this show.
And I can see her playing the part, the makeup, and everything. I can see it.
Yeah.
Literally, my mind
It
is
could
like,
have been
oh,
her
yeah.
or the chick from Avengers, Gamora. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
It could be. I could
yeah.
see her playing.
Nah, she ain't gonna do
Dominican chick.
because Rosario Dawson, she's different when she pick her roles.
Yeah.
She feels like if it's meaningful,
Then
she's
she'll play
gonna
'em, yeah,
it.
of
She's one of those people. She didn't have to be in Luke Cage for real.
Yeah, but because it was Daredevil was tied to it, and she did good.
No, I mean she didn't have to be a part of it, but she think it's meaningful. You know what I mean? I think it's meaningful.
Well, it's
too,
probably the
for
writers
Luke
thought it
Cage.
was her
Yeah.
character was meaningful.
Right.
No.
And she said, well, remember, she got to read the script
Right.
to be like, oh, yeah, I'm going to do it or not. Yeah. She's one of those actors. You know what I mean? If some people work for the check, fellas. Like, yeah, I'll do it. Like, $5 million, yeah, why not?
Even though it's
till
trash.
till it fizzles down. Some actors fizzle down, and you be like, damn, dude. But her, she said she's going to do this. She might do this. So that was
We got
meaningful.
episode 3 coming this Friday.
Episode
three.
3.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Disney Plus.
Disney
Yeah.
Plus.
I'm
I
gonna be
mean,
at Disney.
Yeah,
I
y'all
mean-
got to get Disney Plus, people. It is worth it.
you can
y'all.
get it free so many ways now. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You can get it free with
Free,
Verizon.
Verizon,
Pay-
yeah.
You get it free with
Yeah,
T-Mobile. I
but
think.
T-Mobile, yeah.
pay
You
for
know?
it. Pay
Yeah.
for it.
Yep.
Pay
You know what I
for
mean?
it. You know.
There's so many ways to get
If
it
you
free.
get the Plus, it comes with Hulu and freaking ESPN.
And the Hulu, right, absolutely.
ESPN2 Plus,
Yeah.
whatever it is, Pro.
Apple,
Yeah, I
and
mean-
I got the Apple Plus. I think it's tied into it too.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
crazy.
it's so many ways, man. Like I get it. They're catching up to their money, basically,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
You
but
know?
they played us on the weekly release. But you know what I mean, we
Yeah.
forgive them on that.
Yeah, definitely,
Yeah, we
definitely.
can. Yeah, I mean,
That yeah, they ain't gonna play us no more after this moving forward, fam.
Mm.
But listen, we gotta go, people. But before we leave, I wanted to say that next episode we'll be talking about Tenet.
Okay.
It's time. I mean, we can't go to the theaters and it's already out.
Yeah, it's coming on Blu-ray. I think
yeah,
December. Right?
it's already. It
yeah,
is
but I'm
what
pretty
it
sure
is.
you can stream it.
Yeah,
I still haven't found
yeah.
it. Yeah, you know, I watched the New Mutants today, and it was actually crystal clear.
Yeah,
Was
I
it?
saw it, but I didn't want to watch it. I
Yeah.
wanted to for the theaters, but
So Tenet.
Yeah, we got Tenet
Yeah,
coming
Tenet.
up. What else you want to talk about?
well, Tenet, I definitely want to talk about. Well, you know how we do it, man. It's up in the air. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever we
We want to hear
find
what
that's
you guys want to
interesting.
talk about. Hit us
Yeah,
up.
definitely.
You got that IG page coming.
Yeah, but right now you can catch me, Earn B, at The Real Got Me, just like it's spelled.
Yo, hit me up, King_Karim82 on IG.
And Dre Nice 311 with a Y.
And even though the IG was off today, I forgive them.
Oh, we'll talk about that next time.
Yo,
oh, man.
be out.
Later, guys.
Stay tuned.